I now call upon the Assistant Minister for Education, the Honorable Iliesa Vanawalu, to make his contribution, and you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. First and foremost, I wish to take this moment to express my gratitude to the Almighty God for blessing and guidance I have received over the past 6 months in my capacity as the Assistant Minister for Education. Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Deputy Prime Ministers, Cabinet colleagues and fellow Assistant Ministers, Honourable Leaders of the Opposition, Honourable Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen who are seated in the public gallery and those joining in via live stream from the comfort of their homes, workplaces here, Fiji and abroad. A very happy Wednesday afternoon to all. It is with great pleasure and humility that I stand before you today to deliver the response in support of the national budget for the fiscal year 2023-2024. Mr. Speaker, sir, the theme for this budget is rebuilding our future together. This resonates deeply with the Ministry of Education as it investigates to provide equal opportunity to all children and conducive learning and teaching environment whereby they are exposed to opportunity to express themselves confidently. Before I proceed, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my sincere gratitude to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Strategic Planning, National Development and Statistics, Professor Biman Prasad and his esteemed team for their tireless effort in compiling this comprehensive budget. Their dedications and hard work and planning they have ensured that the needs of our education sector are adequately addressed in the budget. Mr. Speaker, sir, I concur with Honourable Ministers for Education, extending the gratitude of the 845 million set aside in the 2023-2024 budget for the education sector, thus reaffirming the People's Coalition Government's commitment to prioritize education and invest in our future generations. Within this allocation, 505.4 million has been designated for the Ministry of Education. One of the key areas of focus for this budget is to ensuring that we have a strong and resilient teaching workforce. To achieve this, the significant portion of 322.6 million has been allocated towards salaries and wages to fund the employment of our existing 14,000 teachers. Mr. Speaker, sir, in our continuous effort to embrace digital transformation learning, there is an allocation of 50,000 for e-learning transactional cost. The Ministry is taking the initiative to venture into digital money and online transaction, and this fiscal years we have created provision to receive revenue through M-Paisa. The Ministry of Education is also strengthening financial literacy through curriculum review, not as a component of the commercial subject, but a subject of itself. This will empower all the children to be financially literate, encourage entrepreneurship, value transparency, and its relevancy to everyday life and future investment. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Ministry of Education is also committed in reviewing the curriculum as literacy and numeracy rate in Fiji is a grave concern. Thus, Ministry of Education is supporting the ICT capacity with library software license and strengthening the reading program for the curriculum review with an allocation of $90,000. Mr. Speaker, sir, The Ministry of Education supports the provision for special education grant to students with disabilities who are enrolled in both special and mainstream schools. We continue to promote inclusive education, and 141.9 million is allocated to cater for these learning resources of the 1,067 students in special schools, as well as 366 students in the 122 mainstream inclusive schools. The coalition government firmly believes that every child deserves to be given an equal opportunities, and disability is not to be used as an excuse to deny them their rights to equal educational opportunities. For this reason, Mr. Speaker, sir, the necessary fund to provide grants to our special schools is also included in the Ministry's 2023-2024 budget. By prioritizing special and inclusive education, we are not only fulfilling our moral obligation, but also building a stronger and more equitable future for all. Mr. Speaker, sir, the media has highlighted an increase in social ills in our communities, such as crimes and grade 5 bullying in schools and brawls after organized school sporting competition. Therefore, the need for chaplain in school is immense, as they will provide pastoral care service along with teachers and the parents. They provide spiritual and emotional support and help students to deal with a range of issues. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Ministry of Education is committed that chaplains or the religious teachers are given provision of counseling training organized by the training unit of the ministry in partnership with Sustainable Abuse and Advisory Councils. The Ministry of Education has already started working in organizing consultation with faith-based school and management for the cost of sharing provision for the school chaplain under one of the 6 provisions in our FAG. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is important to recognize the significance of providing holistic support to our student and the chaplain, while there is a crucial role in supporting our young minds, providing guidance, counseling to nurture their emotional and spiritual well-being. It is imperative that we continue to emphasize the value of developing a well-rounded individual, and chaplaincy contribute to this goal for the future of Fiji. Let me turn your attention to the reinstatement of the Board of Governors in government schools. During the opposition's tenure, the decision to abolish these boards might have been taken with the intention to centralize decision-making when necessary in the long time of the current process. However, after a careful evaluation of the impact and the feedback from various stakeholders, it has become evident that inclusive governance structures contribute to the overall success and efficiency of our education system. The reintroduction of Board of Governors in government schools ensure that decisions made are collectively taking into consideration the diverse perspective of the parents, educator, and the community's members in the whole society of Fiji. The approach guarantees more transparent, accountable, and inclusive system where all stakeholders have a voice in shaping the future of all our schools in Fiji. Mr. Speaker, sir, I understand that the opposition may have doubts about the implementation and the cost associated with this initiative, considering their long-standing experience in the government. However, it is important to keep in mind that change is essential in any dynamic society. We have carefully assessed the potential benefits and the challenges associated with this decision and have developed a comprehensive plan to ensure smooth implementation and cost effectiveness. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Ministry of Education recognized the need for increased counseling support for our students. The allocation of 581,931 for counseling support in the Substance Abuse Advisory Council will ensure that young vulnerable students who indulge in the substance and the volatile abuse because they can't cope with the social, economic, or family problem that receive the necessary guidance and support to reclaim their lives. Mr. Speaker, sir, another significant development is the allocation of 50,000 for the development of national TVET policy. Technical and vocational education and training is an essential component of our education system, and it is crucial that we have a comprehensive policies in place to guide and enhance the quality of vocational training offered in our country. This budget allocation will enable us to develop a policy that is responsive to the needs of the industry and prepare our students for the workforce of tomorrow. Mr. Speaker, sir, our commitment to the future of vocational education is evident in the allocation of a total funding of 690,520 for 32 vocational centers. This will cater for 1,032 students on an equitable basis of $610 per student per year. Mr. Speaker, sir, by investing in vocational education, we are equipping our youth with necessary skills for meaningful employment and contributing to the overall economic development of our nation. Mr. Speaker, sir, as founding members of the country, the University of the South Pacific, the government of Fiji not only agreed to be a member of USP family, but we also agreed to help to fund it. That funding commitment is determined by the University Grant Committee of Fiji as significant input. The UGC determines member countries' contribution following a process of consultations for all member countries. The last government signed up for this commitment but did not honor this on rather rebellious grounds, or even worse, that one would weaponize that commitment and mass personnel as though is one of the trying to attain a critical strategic goal to deterrent the thousands of USP students during their orders in Parliament. Mr. Speaker, sir, the People's Coalition Government, through the Ministry of Education, is committed to fulfill this commitment, and the fiscal year of 2023-2024 budgetary allocation for the education sector indeed include a provision for the outstanding grant of $20 million to USP. Mr. Speaker, sir, our nation is among the most vulnerable in terms of climate change. As a reasonable government, we believe in taking proactive measures to mitigate its impact. Hence, a significant allocation in the education sector budget is the $2 million set aside for the establishment of the Pacific Action of Climate Transitional Center in collaboration with the Monash University and the Fiji National University. The center will serve as a knowledge hub, facilitating research, education, and the development of effective strategy to combat climate change in partnership with esteemed institutions. The People's Coalition Government recognizes the urgency of this matter and remains steadfast in our commitment to future generations. Mr. Speaker, sir, the 300,000 is allocated to the Fiji National University, whereby the coalition government remains committed to providing livelihood training to our people who live in the rural maritime areas. Mr. Speaker, with this provision, I congratulate the 211 individuals who graduated in this 2 weeks program last week. Mr. Speaker, sir, many Fijians eagerly waited for the new financial year's budget announcement, hoping for some positive news that it could bring a sense of relief and stability, and I'm certain that it did exactly what for the 53,725 students whose TEL debts got written off. The decision reflects our government's commitment to providing equitable opportunity for all and easing the financial burden on the future professional. Going forward, the reinstatement of our bond system, whereby students will be served a designated period upon completion of their study, will ensure that our students contribute to the growth and development of our nation. Mr. Speaker, sir, in addition to this provision of scholarship with an allocation of 148.2 million under the Fijian Scholarship Scheme to both new and existing students, ensuring that it can pursue the educational dream without financial barriers, one of the initiatives of the People's Coalition Government is to provide 3 PhDs and 5 Masters by Research award for study in New Zealand universities. In line with our commitment to rebuilding our future, this prestigious award will allow our students to further their studies and bring back valuable knowledge and skills to contribute to the development of our nation. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Fiji Scouts Association play a pivotal role in providing scouting activities and training to our individual aged from 8 to 26 old, with a current registration of 10,000 scouts all over, the 1,000 trained leaders, including retirees who are teachers themselves. The Fiji Scout Association, undoubtedly one of the largest youth organizations in our country today. The allocation of 98,000 towards the School Scout program is a commendable move that will greatly enhance the capabilities and the resources available to this organization. This fund will enable the Fiji Scout Association to further their mission of fostering character change and development, leadership skills, and community service amongst our students and youth of Fiji today. Similarly to Mr. Speaker, sir, the Fiji Girl Guide Association has proven to be an invaluable partner in promoting leadership, character development, and community service amongst our girls. The budget allocation of 50,000 for Girl Guide Association in the new financial year 2023-2024 affirm our commitment to the noble cause and recognize their contribution to our society. Mr. Speaker, sir, this provision and initiative signify the People's Coalition Government unwavering dedication to creating a conducive environment for quality education and lifelong learning. We are committed to working alongside all stakeholders, including the opposition, to address any concern and build a stronger and more inclusive education system. It is only through collaboration and open dialogue that we can truly aspire to create a brighter future for our future leaders, children of tomorrow. Mr. Speaker, sir, before I take my seat, it is worth noting that as we embark on this new fiscal year, we must do so with optimism and determination. Let us remember that rebuilding our future together requires a collective effort from all sectors of life. I implore all members on this august House, as well as all relevant stakeholders and education partners, to not only support the national budget, but also actively participate in its implementation. Together we can create an equitable, inclusive, and prosperous education ecosystem that will shape our destiny of our beloved nation. On that note, Mr. Speaker, sir, I fully agree with the 2023-2024 national budget. Thank you very much. May God bless us all.
Thank you, Honorable Iliesa Vanawalu, for your contribution.